Okay, thank you very much, Itai. Thank you for your attention. We are going straight away to the program, the first out of the four sessions that we're going to have today, the professional sessions that we have been working on in the past few months. The first one deals with the challenges resulting from the Arab turmoil, our upheaval. I would like to call upon Dr. Berti from our institution, who's the chair of the session. I would like to say about Benedetti that she is an excellent researcher. She has been in the PhD track. We have a special program that is financed and supported by the Bluebar family. It's called the Newbar program, and we have 7 PhD students in the institute that are here for 2 years, and they are involved with their PhD thesis and also with our professional work. And Benedetti is one of those that has been with us while working on her PhD in Fletcher, and then she remained with us, and she's a researcher in our institute. I can't see her going towards me, but I imagine that she is here. Benedetti, where are you? Please, the floor is yours. The podium is yours.
Boker Tov. Good morning. Thank you for joining us at this morning's panel. What we're going to talk about this morning is the Arab war challenges, and I propose opportunities for Israel. And indeed, if you take a look at this part of the world, if you take a look at the Middle East and you see what's been going on in the past 2 years, you can see there's been staggering amount of social and political change. Of course, this political change, the Arab awakening, has affected each and every country in the region differently. Some countries have undergone through fully fledged regime change and revolutions. Other countries have not seen such extensive change, but they have seen large social and political mobilizations, and in virtually every country there has been some internal debate about the future of society. And Israel really has been looking at this ongoing process from the sidelines, and he has been observing it with what I would define a mix of hope and hesitance. But mostly, I would say the skepticism has been the main lens through which to look at the Arab awakening. This is because a number of reasons. Firstly, there is an awareness that some of the problems that this region faces are structural, embedded, deeply rooted, and it will take far more than a revolution to address them. I'm referring, of course, to dysfunctional economies, rising social inequalities, staggering percentages of unemployment, especially if we look at youth or women, dysfunctional relationship between the citizen and the state. So if we take all these issues combined, we can see how it will take far more than a regime change to address them. And that gives room to some hesitance about the outcome of the revolutions. Also, if we look at the post-revolutionary period, we can see there are some challenges ahead for us. From Israel's point of view, the rise of political Islam, which will be addressed more in depth in the panel, constitutes one of such challenges. Other phenomena that are arising in the region that are to be looked upon with some degree of worry are, one, the post-revolutionary worsening of pre-existing cleavages within society. Now, these cleavages are taking different expressions in different countries, from a worsening of religious secular divide to a souring of majority-minority relations to the heightening of pre-existing sectarian or religious identities. This is also a trend that Israel looks upon with some measure of worry because it may lead to further regional instability. And thirdly, we see a breakdown of central authority. This also takes different forms, from Libya struggling to ascertain central control, to Syria exemplifying how the government, the central structure of the government can collapse and alternative and autonomous pockets of authority can arise. And then you have the rise of areas such as Sinai, which really are an example of ungoverned and perhaps ungovernable territories. And all these issues combined definitely give room to skepticism and hesitance. But I would propose, and I hope the panelists will take my suggestion, my cue on this, that hesitance should not be the only way to look at the region. We should also look at the region through the lens of hope. Hope because the post-revolutionary difficulties should not lead us to forget that what we've witnessed in the past 2 years is indeed amazing. We have seen the rise of citizens mobilized, taking the streets, civil society, social movements, demanding freedom, demanding justice, demanding dignity, shattering the walls of fear of their societies. This is impressive. This is something that we should look upon favorably, and it should not be swept under the carpet just because the post-revolutionary period has been complex, such as post-revolutionary periods generally are. And this would be my final point, that perhaps we've been judging the Arab awakening unfairly because this process has just begun. Revolutions tend to be lengthy and messy affairs. And the 2-year mark is a very, very close mark to have a final judgment about the outcome of this lengthy process. So I hope some of these themes will be addressed in today's panel. So regional challenges, but also regional opportunities, hope and hesitance together, and to address and give us an analysis of these regional trends as well as some concrete policy recommendations, I'm going to ask the Deputy Director of INSS, Brigadier General Udi Dekel, to join me on stage. Udi Dekel has been over the past few months the head of the INSS Working Group on Regional Challenges, so in that capacity he's going to share with us the main findings of the group. Thank you.